What's going on, moviegoers? So I just got back from my second viewing of Halloween 2018. Now, I did my non-spoiler review last night. I will leave that video in the description box if you have not seen the video yet and you want to know my thoughts and opinions on the movie. Now, with that being said, this video, we will be talking a bunch of spoilers for Halloween. Now, right off the bat, you guys already, if you see my recent video, you know I absolutely loved this movie. The nostalgia feel to it was just so beautiful. It was so well grounded. The relationships between Laurie, Allison, and Karen, just loved every aspect of this movie. Now, how does this movie start off? Fucking A. It starts off at Smith's Grove. That's where Michael Myers is held captive. He's there for 40 years after 1978. Stuck there, right? And he also has this new psychiatrist. He's a ripoff of Dr. Loomis. He will never be a fucking Dr. Loomis whatsoever. Donald Pleasance is a legend. And what he did with that character was phenomenal, right? So it starts off there, right? And, you know, the reporters are doing their investigating work, right? To know why Michael is doing the things he's doing. They're trying to figure out, you know, what is happening inside his head. When it's simple, it's pure, and it's evil. You just, you don't know, right? So they're really trying to investigate and trying to, you know, get inside his mind. So they pretty much, they go there, they try to, you know, engage with him. They try to get a reaction out of him. They try to, you know, get him going. They try to get him to speak, and that's just not happening. And right off the bat, like right when this movie started, like, when he held the mask up and he was like, say something, and then boom, and then it cut to like the beginning credits and they played the Halloween theme and the rotten pumpkin that was rising. Oh my God. And it's just, that whole beginning was beautiful. That was a well-made, well put together beginning. I lost my shit. Like, I love it, man. It had the original text like the original Halloween did. I absolutely loved and adored that shit, you guys. The beginning of this movie was dope. But yeah, man, let's talk spoilers. Let's talk about Halloween. Sheriff Hawkins, right? Now, he played a pivotal role in this movie. Now, I thought that he and Laurie had like a love interest at first, right? That's what I thought. But it turns out that was horseshit. My theory was gone. Sheriff Hawkins, he showed up. He was the first officer on duty to show up in 1978 after the call was made that Michael Myers was in Haddonfield and was on the ground, knocked the fuck out with a couple of bullets in his chest, right? And he stops Dr. Loomis from killing him. Apparently, so after Dr. Loomis shoots him right now, he runs downstairs and he's trying to finish the job. Dr. Loomis, straight out, he just wants to kill Michael. He believes that Michael has to die whatsoever. But Sheriff Hawkins, a younger version of him, interferes with that and stops him from actually fucking killing Michael Myers. So that's where his character really got involved with the whole Laurie Strode and Haddonfield situation. Because I was like, who is this guy? I want to know some backstory or whatnot. So I found that to be pretty interesting. I like that aspect of it a lot. What else, man? Fuck, there's so many great moments, so many callbacks to the original film. Like when she was in class and she was in the back seat and they were talking about fate, and I was like, oh, call back to Halloween. And then, you know, she looked outside out of the window and she saw, you know, Laurie Strode, her grandma, just staring at her. I was like, whoop, whoop, homage, check. Like all the great stuff, like the bathroom sequence, of course, that was Halloween H2O. Gosh, man, Michael Myers was legit on a mission. He was on a mission, right? And he was trying to go after everybody. Like, crazy thing is, this was the first movie we saw where Michael Myers kills a kid. He killed the kid when the bus crashed, and then, you know, the kid and the dad showed up to the crash site, and they were like, what's going on? And Dad, I'm missing dance practice right now. This is so important to me. The dad goes out there. Of course, fucking Michael kills him, but we don't get to see it. We see the results. His fucking head was like, just bent the fuck back. It was crazy. The kid goes out there and investigates or whatnot, and runs back to the car because he gets scared. And then Michael fucking chokes him out and like slams his head against the fucking window and then breaks his neck. I was like, okay. After that kill, I was like, I understand what kind of Michael Myers this is. This is a man who was in an asylum for 40 years. 40 years, he didn't get to kill anybody. 40 years. 40 years. So, all gloves are off. He's going after everybody. I'm just glad he didn't kill that baby. I was like, oh, thank God. I was like, David Gordon Green, Danny McBride, thank you for not having Michael Myers kill a fucking baby. Please, thank you. That was great. I did not want him to touch that baby. I was nervous at first. Once I heard the baby crying, I was like, oh God, no. Please, please God, no. Didn't do anything. I was happy with that. But back to this fucking, his doctor. I forgot his name, but I fucking hated his character. He had something to do with the crash. He had everything planned out. After Dr. Loomis died, he picked up the research, and he was Michael Myers, his therapist, his psychiatrist, his doctor, whatever you want to call it. He was the new Loomis, as Laurie Strode said. When they first met, she was like, oh, so you're the new Loomis. But he definitely had something to do with the crash and having Michael escaped. And it was all for the love of research. He wanted, I guess when you really want to know why evil does evil, this guy was definitely trying to go on a whole nother level, like planning the crash, helping Michael escape or whatnot, and helping his ass. And when he killed Sheriff Hawkins, I was so pissed, you guys. I was so bummed out. I was like, fuck you. I really liked his character. I really did. And I liked his motive too. And when he killed him off towards the end, I was so pissed off. I was like, whatever, fucking asshole. But yeah, that was crazy. He really wanted it to try to get a response out of Michael and understand why is Michael doing this? Let's go to Laurie Strode. Let me get you to Laurie Strode. Maybe if you kill her, I can get some answers out of you. So, we can finally be done with this research on why you are the way you are. But that didn't end up well. It just didn't. When Michael killed him, I was like, he was on the ground. He was like, say something. Or he was like, say something. And he was just like, I got something for you. It's a big ass stomp to the face. Boom, head exploded. I was like, yes, got your ass. That was awesome. What else? Let's talk about the end. The end was crazy. Now, the whole sequence, the whole relationship between Laurie and Karen, right? She trained her for majority of her childhood, getting her ready for this night, getting her prepared for what evil is to come, right? But then she got taken away from her mom, from protective services because of all the shit that she was doing. She was learning how to fight, she was learning how to shoot, she was learning how to defend herself, and stuff like that, right? At the end of the movie, when, Michael gets to the house that Laurie's in and Karen, there was such a beautiful moment between mother and daughter. Like, sweetie, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done this. I shouldn't have trained you all this. But like it came full circle around to like why she did this. She did this to protect you. She did this to help you out. And the ending, let's talk about that whole sequence at the house, right? So fucking Michael gets to the house, he kills Karen's husband, which was a bummer. I was like, I kind of like this guy, but he got killed. And then when, the first encounter between Michael and Laurie, when he had like busted through the door and was like pulling up her face or whatnot and like squeezing her, I was like, damn. And then when she pulled the shotgun around and shot off his fucking hand, I was like, yo, Michael Myers only got like 3 fingers, bro. Sorry, it was crazy. Like, he only had 3 fingers. I was like, holy shit, right? So she runs downstairs. She's apologizing to Karen and whatnot. And, they're in their cage. They're in their cage, right? That's what they kept calling it, the cage. And, Michael's in the house, and then Laurie shoots up, and she hits Michael, and he's running off because he's fucking terrified from Laurie. She's not playing around. This isn't 1978 anymore. This is not 1978, and she's coming after you. So she goes back upstairs to look for him or whatnot, and just that whole sequence of her searching for him and, making sure she's hitting all the trap doors and all the trap doors are coming down. It's just it was insane. It was crazy. It was scary. Like the whole suspense of that entire house scene was well written and well acted. It was beautiful. I love that. You know, and when she finally encountered him, you know, they were going at it and whatnot. And then boy, oh boy, one of my favorite parts of this movie, right, is when he knocks her off the balcony and then she's falling, she's on the floor, and then he comes out, right? It's just an iconic look. He comes out looking down at her. I was like, oh, that's very reminiscent of Halloween. And then, you know, Allison gets to the house, and then she's screaming, Grandma, Mom, and Michael turns around. He's like, who the fuck is that? And he turns back around, and Laurie's gone. I was like, yo, that was such a moment. That was really a moment, and I loved, and I fully embraced it. I was like, I started clapping. I was like, fuck yeah, motherfucker. She's gone, and she's coming back for your ass. And then, dude, just the ending was so beautiful, you know, where Michael finds out that they're underground. She's like in the basement or whatnot, and he's like yanking that shit up, and you know, and then he finally gets the thing open, and she's like, Mommy, I need your help. I can't do this. Now just imagine all the practice that they did when she was a child for that moment. For that moment. It was beautiful. It really was. Like, that was so great to see. Like, all the training paid off. And when she saw her gun hanging with all the rest of the guns, and then with the engraving of KS, I was like, oh, fucking yeah. Sweetheart, it's time. Karen, get your shit together. Protect your family. Let's go. And then when she was like, Mommy, I can't do this. I can't do this. Tricked Michael, and he came out, and she was like, psych. Boom. Shot him in the neck, and then that beautiful, beautiful in the dark Laurie Strode face. She's like, Happy Halloween, Michael. Bam. Stabbed her, whatnot. And then they go at it, and she knocks him down in the basement. And then Michael almost got carried, and then, you know, they trapped his ass in there. They kept saying cage, but this whole house was a big, giant Michael Myers rat trap. That's what it was. That's what it was, and they got his ass. So then she turned on all the burners or whatnot, and, you know, the opening of the basement, like, got shut closed by those bars. So he's just looking up like, fuck. Oh, well, I guess I'm not getting out here. And then she turned on the burners, and then she lit that match, and she threw it down. Man, that was intense. But I will have to say this, you guys. Did we see Michael Myers die? Please, did we see Michael Myers die? No, we didn't. I didn't see him burn. They're implying that he didn't get out. That's what they're implying. But we never really saw him die. We never did. So I think there's possibly room for a sequel. Now, you don't have to go the Laurie Strode route. You don't have to go the Strode family. You can do a whole new story with Michael Myers. So I just found that kind of interesting that they never really showed him, you know, dying. So I was like, okay, you intrigued me with this. There was no post-credit scene, so I was like, okay, we'll see how this goes. But you guys, this movie was great. It was really good. I really enjoyed all the scenes with Michael. The build-up, him, the comedy with the little kid, the little black kid. He's like, you smoking some weed? I'm cutting my nasty ass fingernails, toenails. That shit was great. He was hilarious. And when he saw, you know, the shape in the closet and he ran downstairs, he was like, no, send him first. It was great. It was such a funny moment. But yeah, man, the killing was brutal. I really enjoyed every aspect of this movie. Soundtrack was on point. I loved it. It was great. I'll probably see it for a third time. But man, you guys, this was a great movie. I didn't expect it to be this good, and it was. It really was. I tip my hats off to the writing crew and everybody who worked on this film to really bring that Michael Myers feel back to this franchise. You know, because I felt like it was lost for a while, and you know, this being a direct sequel after the first one was such a brilliant idea. And David Gordon Green and what's his name, Danny McBride, thank you for delivering us an epic fucking Halloween film. It was great. You paid homage to majority of the Halloween films. You did this character right. You made Michael Myers so brutal, so just creepy. Laurie Strode, 3-generation Strodes taking on Michael Myers was a beautiful sight to see, and I loved it. Push your comments down below, you guys. Let me know what you guys thought about the new Halloween film. This is a spoiler video, so post spoilers down below. Let me know what you guys thought. And thank you guys for taking time in your day.